Okay, so now it's generating, resume generation tool, generating your resume, and it's finished, basically. Here is it. As you can see, professional summary, industry-driven, AI, engineer strong background, St. Eunice. It put like pretty decent information about the data science or like AI engineering job. And yeah, actually you can open it in a new tab. Let's see if that works. Oh, it just like downloads it for you. Hi everyone. Today is part 2 of creating the AI resume generator. In part 1, we created the LangGraph part, the backend, the AI part of this AI resume generator, or the AI agent that generates resumes. And in part 1, we've been able actually to go from something like this, which is basically like a very simple non-styled resume, to something like this, and then at the end we were able to do something like this and make the AI agent actually manipulate the PDF for us. So it was pretty cool. You can see it in the video, like in the latest video in the channel. And now in today's video, we're gonna actually take this agent, take this LangGraph agent that we got, and we're gonna deploy it and create a front end for it. So as I said in the last video, I don't have any experience with front end. Basically, I graduated from Masters of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence. And when I wanted to make prototypes, usually, I used to use Streamlit. So Streamlit basically is a Python library where you can create some prototypes, interfaces, types of interfaces with just like easy Python scripts. So you don't need to actually have a lot of experience with front-end development. You just need to have like some little Python skills, and you can just like build these prototypes. But I want to take it something like, I want to take these prototypes like step further. And to do that, basically you need to just like, you need to face it. You need to build front end. And to do that, I'm going to be using like I'm going to try to find some template that exists for like chatting interfaces. And I'm going to use one of these templates, and then we can basically refine it. We're going to go through it and see if we can actually get some like front end working to visualize these PDFs basically and chat to the AI agent to generate such PDFs. So I'm gonna start with the like just with the code that we had last time. So last time basically we built this, as I said, with LangGraph. So here we have the code for the agent. Here we have basically like the main definition of the graph. Here, let me just get the conda environment correctly. Yes. So here we have the state of the graph, which is basically just it was the list of messages that we had. The agent state, we just have the list of messages, and the usage, which is basically like how many tokens it uses. For now, I don't need it. I just need the messages, basically, which holds the interaction between us, between the AI agent and the user. So what else we need? We need the nodes. So the nodes that we had, basically, it was like a React agent, just a very simple agent that is represented in this picture. So we have the start, the entry point to the graph, and here we have the agent that takes decision. It either decides to end the conversation, or end the current step and go give the response back to the user, or it decides to call some tools. And in this case, the tools that we had were the two tools that we built in the last video, which were the job search and the resume generation. So for now, I'm going to focus only on resume generation. So let's just like give you a recap of the resume generation tool that I had. Nodes. So here we have the tool node. It has the tools. So the tool, it was the resume generation tool. So basically the input to the resume generation tool were basically the fields that we need to fill the resume with. So for example, here we got our resume. Let me show you. So for example, here we have the resume. It has certain fields like the professional summary, which is, for example, here, professional summary. As you can see it here, we have the education. Here we have the education here. Here we have the experience, projects, technologies. So these are basically the input to the resume generation tool. And this input is going to be filled based on the schema that is defined by this Pydantic class. it's going to be filled out by the large language model that we choose. In this case, I'm just using basically a simple AI, like a simple large language model, like GPT-4o Mini, for example, could be used for this task. And then what happens is that after we generate these fields, after we fill them based on the user, based on the context of the conversation, the large language model is going to fill it for us, these fields, based on the schema, and then it's gonna, when it decides to run the tool, it's gonna give the resume model as an input for this function. So after we have the input, which is basically the professional summary, education, experience, and so on, this is going to be used to generate, to fill this LaTeX template. So I have a LaTeX template that basically, which is basically the schema of this PDF file, and then I use a language model to fill in the information, and then after that I convert this LaTeX file into a PDF. So this is what's done in this process. So yeah, here as you can see, there are some like AWS, so we can push it to an S3 bucket or something like that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna delete that in a moment, and instead I'm gonna focus on deploying this this agent and deploy it basically locally and build the front end for it. So let's start with that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run the LangGraph Studio. So I'm gonna go to LangGraph Studio, make this smaller. So LangGraph Studio, and I'm gonna open this project in LangGraph Studio, and it's gonna build the container automatically for us, and it's gonna deploy this AI agent locally in my local machine. So now it's running the Docker. It's building the Docker container now. After it builds it, we will run it and see if the backend works to begin with. So this is what we built last time. In the meantime, let me actually start getting the template that I need. So I will use Assistant UI front-end template for this AI agent. Yeah, and here we have actually, so this is basically a pretty decent, like an interface for basically like AI agents. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this front-end UI to host our AI agent. However, we need something more than that, because we need also a way like to chat and then visualize the PDF file like on the side after, and enable like editing it. So let's see. Yeah, so for that I need actually first to go to the repository, or let me just like go to the documentation actually, instead of like cloning the repository. Like we can basically get started in an easier way. Yeah, so here's documentation, and what I need actually, so getting started, installing the existing app. No, I do not have an existing app, so I can just start from scratch. So I can do this. I can go here. I can just do this command, npx assistant latest create my app. Want to proceed? Yes. And we wait while it's installing. Yes. So now it finished installing. Now I need to basically go to my app. I'm already in my app, and I need to just run npm run dev. So let's check. It's running now. It says that it's running. Let's check. Let's try now. Okay, it actually worked. So what I've done, I actually like explicitly exported the environment variable value in the environment itself, like in my terminal, in my shell. So basically I had to do that for some reason, but yeah, now it's working. So now we have just like the chatting functionality, and the second step is now to connect it to our LangGraph agent. So now, okay, this agent is actually still being built. So it's been building for long now. And anyway, we need actually to wait for it to finish, or I can just like refresh, maybe just restart because it's taking too long. I can just restart it. And let's check, let's stop it. LangGraph, yes, let's try again. Just retry. Most of the steps now are cached, and now it's basically gonna build the LangGraph agent from scratch again. And let's now check what can we do in the meantime. So in the meantime, actually, we need to see whether there is a support for LangGraph. And basically, I see here LangGraph Cloud. So probably there is a way to connect this to our LangGraph agent that we have. So we can create LangGraph. Okay, create an image based on the LangGraph UI template. Okay, so there is a template for LangGraph actually. Probably I'm gonna do that instead. And installation of the existing React project, install dependencies. Okay, let's maybe do this. Install it in our current project. So I have the npm LangGraph SDK, set up a proxy backend endpoint. Okay, so okay, that's the first thing that we need to do is we need to install the LangGraph SDK that they have. So let's go here. I don't know why my laptop is so slow today. Okay, cd my app, and here we do this. Install the UI React, LangGraph SDK. And then we need to add this to basically API path route. So let's do this. API path. Maybe actually need to put it in the API directory. Path. Wait, do we need to do it like this? Path rename. Path like this, and then we need to add the route. We need to put the route file inside it. Here's the route file, and then we copy the contents here, and then also we need some helper functions, so which are basically the chat API .typescript. So send message, okay, makes sense. Get thread state, create thread. Okay, so this is basically some functions to communicate with the API. I'm gonna continue here, so I need also to get the route. I think we added the route, yes. Now we need to add the API functions. The API functions here. So we go here, we go to we need to add library, and we need to add chat API .typescript, and here we go. I think that's okay. And now my assistant. Okay, function my assistant. Okay, let's put that into my assistant component. Components, my assistant, and here we just like paste this one here, and here we got an error. Send messages is not assignable to LangChain messages. Okay, let's just ignore it for now, and let's use my assistant component. I think I already have that. I'm already using it in the page. So this is I have already, and here is not assigned to LangChain messages. Expectation property, which is declared in here. Thread ID messages and LangChain messages. Okay. Okay, I think this should be an array, and also thread state should be exported from somewhere, should be imported from somewhere. So import thread state, yes, and we see the error here. It is not generic. Okay, I fixed the error here, and I fixed the one here. Basically, send messages should accept, I believe, an array of messages instead, which was not being done here. And now we need to also edit the environment variables that we have. So here we also need to add these two. And now basically we can interface with our API that we just created. So that sounds awesome. We just need to see if it works. And I believe we also need the tool UI that I saw here. So the tool UI basically is going to be a way to visualize that we're actually handling like a tool call. So let's check. Okay, so now it runs actually. So the only thing I did actually, I went to Docker and I went inside my basically this composite container that has like 3 running containers in it, and I actually just run them manually. So that's what I had to do. And basically the error was just from the LangGraph Studio side. So that's what I've done. And now let's just check like very quickly. Hi, can you generate me a resume? Just to check it's working. And then I'm gonna choose the OpenAI model, and then I'm gonna hit run. Yeah, sure. So it needs some details, and give me here the usage. Yeah, actually that's exactly what I want. And now let's actually try to create the tool UI for it. So actually now I think if we can just, for example, connect so the API that we're running with the assistant UI, doing that basically setting the environment variables. So here I'm gonna set the API URL and the assistant ID. So here I'm gonna basically, what I'm gonna do is that I need to extract the assistant ID. So here it seems I don't have an assistant, so let's create one. And here I'm gonna call it basically resume generation YouTube. And here model name OpenAI. Save the new assistant. The new assistant has an ID. I will copy the ID and I will put the ID here. And actually, I think that's all what I need to do now. However, I faced problems before with the environment variables, so I'm not surprised if this actually might not work immediately. So can you please, okay, what do you do? What do you do? Refresh, I'm refreshing the page. Refresh. Okay, let's ask again, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? It's not replying to me, it's ghosting me. For some reason. Let's check the console. Okay, failed, invalid URL. I'm getting an invalid URL here. Not sure why. And let me just go to the API next graph URL. Okay, I have it correctly here. Okay, I think maybe I got why. I need to create, instead of the env.example, maybe it accepts only like .env file. So I'm gonna do the following: cp.env.example just to .env. And now let's check again. Okay, what do you do? Okay, it's now compiled. Let me just refresh. What Oh, wait. What do you do? I can assist you with job search and help define opportunities. Additionally, I can help you create professional resume. So exactly, now it's linked. As you can see, it's already linked with the prompt that I gave to the agent. So in the prompt, I actually specified that the agent like specializes in generating, like helping users with job search and resume generation. That's what I've done in the previous video. But now I'm gonna just, like, for simplicity, just removing the job search part and like just focusing on the resume generation. But so far this confirms that actually now it's basically connected to the LangGraph agent that we have in the backend. So this is very good first step. And now next we need the tool UI. We need to show basically the resume. So for that, I'm going to do the following. I'm just going to read the documentation a little bit. So here UI components, web search type, web search UI, web search args. You can use this hook. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna take this. I pasted all the documentation. I copied all the documentation. Now I'm gonna go to V0. I'm gonna paste it here. I'm gonna say create a pretty UI tool for a resume generation. UI tool component for resume generation tool. Here is the description of the tool, arguments, and the code of the tool. So this is basically, I need to give it the code for the tool itself. So for that, I'm gonna just copy paste what the tool needs. That's it. That's what we need. And here, oh, I forgot to. I need to stop it, I guess. So I stop it, and I just try to edit the message, and here I just paste my code here, and then now submit. And let's see. Let's in the meantime, let's prepare where we're gonna put it in components. I'm just gonna put it in components. That's it. So I'm just gonna call it resume generation tool, not TSX. And here it gives me some component. Okay, it's generating the component. One thing to note though is that we need to render the PDF file somehow. So the way that we can do it is that we can actually save this file somewhere and basically send it, because here I'm actually saving the file. As you can see here, I'm saving the file into an S3 bucket, and here's how I'm doing it. Like, I'm just whenever I generate the LaTeX file, I convert it to a PDF, and then I take this PDF file, I just upload it somewhere, and basically I send back in the response the URL. Where is the response? Oh, yeah, I send the PDF URL, which is basically the pre-signed URL for the PDF to display it. So I hope V0 is gonna understand that. Is gonna understand that I already actually have like the URL, and I need to like visualize some PDF. And let's check. Okay, first of all, there are some missing components. Input, label. Okay. I do not have these UI components to begin with, but let's check. Did it give me instructions? I do not have the UI components, so please I do not have the UI components in UI. Please. Okay, let's just tell it that we don't have it in the UI directory, and let's see what it tells us. Okay, let me provide you the resume, the version that doesn't rely on the UI elements. Okay, it's gonna give me a version that doesn't rely on the UI elements. Might be good or bad. I don't know, depends. But for now, actually, I don't really care a lot about how it looks. I just wanted to render the PDF to show me that it's generating it, and just to actually just view it. So that's what what I need. Okay, now it's creating the code for it. Oh, that's very long code, 200 lines. That is a lot. Nonetheless, let's just see. Enter. But like, this is a lot of code. There's no chance on earth I would be doing that myself without V0. Let's check. Okay, so now we got it here. We don't have any UI elements, and then we now just paste it here. We still have some errors here. Okay, we have event. Okay, we have just single error here. Set resume data. Section handle input change. Okay, let me give this error back. Okay, so it gave me the updated version of this handler. Now let's actually try to call the tool, but before that, I need actually to put put this tool in the main page. I need to wrap it under the runtime, I believe. So do thread. Okay, here I have the runtime. AI assistant message. Okay. Where should I put the tool now? After I have it. I can put it inside the runtime. Okay, I'll put it here then. Port resume generation tool UI, and I'm gonna put it here. No, but then if I put it here, then it's not gonna be wrapped under the runtime, right? I need to put it actually somewhere here somehow. Yeah, let's check threads. Children. For threads, maybe we can do. Oh, it has property tools. So maybe we can put it here. So let's do this, import resume generation tool UI. So we can actually put it here. Resume, resume generation tool UI in the tools. Okay, the tool should be, I think, a list. Okay, here we go. Generate me a resume for data science job, please. For now, put my info as placeholders, but generate something good fit for the job. Okay, it's asking me to generate something for now. Just our placeholders. My name is Hussein. Let's check now. Oh wow. Oh, ooh. What is that? What is this? Okay, is it trying to call the tool now? Not sure actually. Oh, resume generated successfully. View your generation. Okay, it's being okay. Resume generated successfully. Download. I'm downloading it. Okay, this is very nice. This is amazing. This is awesome. But okay, but I'll tell it V0 that instead of generating a form for the resume, just at the end, during the generation, show some accordion maybe, or just show some like loading spinner, and that it's being generated, and once it's generated, I want to view it in an inline PDF viewer. Okay, let's check now. So it was like it was creating some type of like form that's being filled, and now like resume generated successfully, but I don't know like why this link is like is not doesn't lead nowhere. So yeah, but however it like told us to download it, and it was successful. So now let's check. Let's tell it to do something like a little bit more beautiful. So now let's see what it has done. We go to the resume generation. We replace the old. Okay, I'm sorry to basically for removing everything. The resume generation arcs, I assume they remain the same. This remains the same. Only this changes. Go here, test, and now let's check. Let's check again. Generate it once again. Great. Do it once again. Put my full name. Full name instead. Hussein Yunus. Yes, and now here we go. Okay, let's put the form again for some reason. Yeah, okay, I don't like that. I think it has not been saved, maybe. The new one. Because the new one doesn't have the form. I believe. Generate a resume for me. Name is Hussein. Yunus. For now, fill all the other fields to fit an AI engineer position. I'm gonna tell you to refine it later, but now start the generation. Okay, so click the button below to generate your resume based on your profile information. I clicked on generate. Oh, generating. This is looking better. Okay. Okay, resume has been generated. No preview available. Download the PDF. Download the resume. Okay, let me download this file. It actually results-driven AI engineer. It created it. However, the preview doesn't work for some reason. Got this. Got this. No preview available. No preview available. Also, please do not ask the user to say submit. Just start all the tool right there. The PDF viewer doesn't seem to work. Okay, so yeah, but now it's looking better actually already. However, the preview was not available for some reason, probably because of the URL. So he's trying to use Google Docs encoded component URL. Okay, the URL was undefined, so probably it couldn't get the PDF URL. PDF URL was not correct here, probably. Okay. Okay, let's try. Use effect from React, and then now let's try again. Refresh the page, take the prompt that we have, send it to generating your resume. Unable to display resume. Okay. Stop. Okay, guys. So here's what I've done. So instead of actually rendering using like Google Docs or some other service, I actually decided to use Mozilla rendering. So basically just like rendering in the browser. By the way, it's the same way that VS Code uses to render the PDFs. So if we go here, for example, you can see here like this rendering, like PDF rendering method. So we can use the same one. So that's what I've integrated here actually. And now we can like just say it, like just tell it to okay. Let's just test it now. I want to generate a resume for an AI engineer position. My name is Hussein Yunus. Fill all other info. Fill the resume with relevant info, and we will edit it later. Just generate it for now. So let's see. So now, okay, it's basically generating what email address. Not important for now. Important for now. Just show me the first draft, please. Okay, so now it's generating. Resume generation tool, generating your resume. And it's finished, basically. Here is it. As you can see, professional summary, industry-driven, AI, engineer, strong background, St. Eunice. It put like pretty decent information about the data science or like AI engineering job. And yeah, actually you can open it in a new tab. Let's see if that works. Oh, it just like downloads it for you. So this sounds good. Now you can, for example, edit it as we already know. So for example, we can tell it that this is bachelor's. So my bachelor, my bachelor GPA was 3.9. Okay, so now I think it should basically go here and edit it, make it 3.9 instead of 3.6, for example. Now it's generating it. And let's see. So one thing actually that we can do, for example, we can cache the other sections, because like we do not need to generate all the sections from the beginning. And we can basically just keep the ones that we actually need. For example, like we do not need to generate everything from scratch. As you can see here, it actually like changed the GPA as we wanted. Before it was 3.6, but it also tried to generate everything from scratch. So maybe like one step further, which is basically the optimization, to not do it from scratch every time. It's just like an interesting method to basically interact with PDFs, make your AI agent like edit PDFs directly, and loads them in the UI. And basically that was what we wanted to do today. So thank you so much for sticking until the end of the video, if you have. And thank you so much for your time and for your watching. And if you actually want to know how to build AI agents, and if you want to know how to build this from scratch, I made actually a video to how to build an AI agent using LangGraph, and basically I also demonstrated using LangGraph Engineer in that video. So make sure to take a look at it, and I hope it will be useful for you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.